You guys are probably going to hear things in the background, and well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I can't control an apartment building. It doesn't work that way. If you see me looking around that's like not directly at you, it's because I got a TV in front of me where I can see me and I want to look at me, not you. I just smoked a bowl, y'all. We're good to go. We're good to go. Smoked a bowl, good to go. Now, I watched all your guys' videos that you uploaded and you put in the comment section, and congratulations, the cult is starting to grow, right? Like, we're starting to grow our little cult here. Aren't you guys really excited for that? We're growing and we're becoming powerful, and we're going to take over the witchy community, and we're going to spread our joy and our love and our compassion for each other. And I've got fuzzes all over, but whatever, right? Like, whatever. Like, we are going to be the gods and the goddesses of the witchy community. And I'm so excited that so many of you responded so positively to that last video, right? Like, somebody, I think it was the first video I watched, something to do with clowns. Or was that the person? I don't know. Somebody, one of you guys had posted this video where you were talking about how you kind of agreed, I think, with, like, tequila's not here anymore. There's no center point. There's no focal point. And so we really do need to start creating our own community. And that's right. Like, lots of new witches who want to learn the craft, like I said last night, right? Like, they come to the channels, they come to YouTube, and they type in witchcraft. And what do they get? They get that plasticky garbage that, like, no one, oh my God, you can see my pores. But, like, right? Like, no one cares about, like, all of that garbage, right? So I think it's really important that we create a community and we foster individualism and we allow people to be creative. Like, it was the lady who had, like, she didn't show her face, she did a voiceover, and I really like that type of content. I really do. I applaud you. You're amazing. There was another person who posted 2 videos, actually, and you can post as many videos as you want in my comment section, and I will watch your videos and I will comment on your videos, and we can comment and we can start dialogues and we can build friendships, and, like, right? Like, that's how a community, that's how a cult works. Right? So here I am over here in my own little bubble, and I'm building my cult. It's been about 3 or 4 years now, and it's time. Actually, it's coming up on 4 years that I've been on YouTube. It's time that we start building a cult. We've built our little community, so let's build a goddamn cult, right? So, and there was another person who had uploaded a video, and it sounded very robotic, and, like, it was talking about astral planes and different beings, and it was amazing. It was just mind-blowing. Like, this was stuff that I didn't even know anything about. Like, I want this person. I don't care if you're a robot or a person. I want you to keep uploading these videos because I think we all need to go and see them. They're amazing. It's amazing content. You guys really did a fantastic job putting out amazing content and talking about yourselves and talking about the craft and helping to grow this cult, this community, and really building something new. I like, right? Like, it's like what I said last night. It's 2020. It's a new decade, right? Like, if I have to, I'll be the new tequila, right? Like, I can be a tequila. I can't fill those shoes, but I can be, like, 2.0, right? But what I'm saying is that it's a new decade. Let's build a new community, right? One that's drama free, one that's, like, under my control. So I put up that poll on my YouTube channel, or yeah, on my YouTube community section last night, and I had asked if people wanted, like, a Facebook group. And some people responded, and I really want their thoughts and I want their opinions. So that's what I want. I want them to tell me why. Like, what are they thinking? What are you thinking, right? Like, are you joining my cult? Like, I want you in my cult. So, I guess Cindy the Vegan's making an appearance these days, getting a lot of dislikes on my videos. Really disappointed by that. I thought we had learned, Cindy the Vegan. I thought we had learned. You got nothing, sweetie cheeks. You got nothing. So, I want to also talk about how witchcraft is trendy. I didn't get to talk about this last night because I was ranting and raging about how witchcraft is so materialistic and so aesthetic and so fake and plastic, right? Witchcraft is like those plastic surgery Barbie dolls where their boobs are 4 times their size and they don't, like, their vagina is so tight and their body is just so perfect and then everything about them and their blonde hair. Like, this is what witchcraft has become. It's become this disgusting Barbie doll, right? So, like, no. That's not what it is. It's dirty and it's filthy. It's like a lesbian. Real witchcraft is like a lesbian. But like a butch one who's been through hard times. Like, real witchcraft is not perfect and it's not pretty. Oh, I just called a bunch of butch lesbians not pretty. You heard it here first. But it's just that real witchcraft is not trendy and it's not aesthetic and it's not pretty and it's not something that you want to share on social media because it's personal and it's private, or it affects your family, or it affects a loved one or a friend, or whatever the case may be. Real witchcraft is something that is done behind the scenes in a not so public way, right? Like, I'm not trying to tell you not to share your craft on the internet. Like, not trying to do that. Like, hello, I'm trying to build a community here of crazy psychopaths who give me all of their money, and then there's this huge YouTube scandal. Like, that's what I'm trying to build here, okay? A huge YouTube scandal. We're trying to build a huge YouTube scandal. Right? So, real witchcraft today is not all of these jar spells and these candle spells, and I swear to God, that's the only thing Facebook groups know how to do is a jar spell and a candle spell. I mean, yeah, candle spells are really great, and I do a lot of them because they're easy and they're versatile, and you can take them anywhere, and you can do them at any time, and they burn down quickly, and it's just other types of magic that are out there I don't see being talked about, right? Like, if you looked at Tequila's channel, it was very diversified. It wasn't just jar spells and candle spells, it was other things as well. Right? And there isn't any more of that. Like, if you look at a Facebook group, it's either a sour jar, a honey jar, a candle, a man and woman candle, a money candle. And this money candle is to the power of 350 billion, because that's what everybody's doing these days, right? It's like witches on social media don't actually know how to do witchcraft. And I'm not saying that what they're doing isn't witchcraft. It just feels like it's so shallow, right? And maybe they're not sharing the other aspects of their craft because they're private about that, or these are the parts of their craft that they like to share, or whatever. But it's very aesthetic, and when a lot of people start imitating and jumping on that bandwagon, because like I said earlier in a previous video, coronavirus cough. Like I said earlier in a previous video, when you have 1 or 2 people doing it, and then a whole bunch of other people start doing it. Like it's a trend. And right now in the Facebook groups, the trend is jar spells for days, sour jar spells specifically, right? So these trends start going around, and because it's such a shallow depiction of what witchcraft is, you don't get a real and full kind of picture. Your curiosity's a little bit piqued. Maybe they explained how they did it, so you're like, oh yeah, I've got these, I can do this, and you don't really know what you're doing. And right, like you get what I'm saying, right? So when you get enough of these people doing this, it's like, oh, this must be what witchcraft is. It's sour jar spells with candles burned on top. Like, I don't think you fully understand or fully grasp what witchcraft is if that's what you think. And if that's what you think, you need to, I don't know, fucking educate yourself. So, this cult is very quiet tonight. Where is everybody? Where did you all go? You know what? You know what? I don't have my phone, but I can open. Oh, I have a browser open. We can get this party started. Let's get solitary in here. Yeah, live. Here we go. Right? See, she'll come, she'll pop into the party, and people will start talking and commenting, and the conversation will start going. That is what should happen. Yes, come to my party. So, I want to talk to you a little bit more about this cult before I continue on with my trend conversation, because we have to have an intermission, right? Like, we're 12 minutes in, there's 3 people, no one has said anything. Right? Like, what's going on here? So, getting a little paranoid that I'm just talking to myself. And that's okay. That's cool too. People have lives. No, they don't. No, they don't. So, in order to spread awareness and get my cult message out there, I've decided, because my government money came in, right? Like you do your taxes, and the government's like, oh, hi, well, we're giving you money, right? Like, right? Happy days. So, my government money came in. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back my editing software, and I'm going to do a bunch of videos, and we're going to do some craft, and we're going to talk, and we're going to grow this cult, and we're going to, right? Like, we're going to do all of the things that we need to do to grow and to expand, because I want more of you. I know there was this time where everybody was afraid to post videos because of trolls and all that other stuff. They're gone. They're gone. So we don't have to worry about them. And Cindy Lou, who's now Cindy the Vegan, so like whatever. She was never a witch to begin with. And we've got people like Lunar Wisdom and Ember Honeyraven, right? Like Ember Honeyraven's been posting videos a lot more lately, right? So, right, like we've got a safe community here, and and we've got me, and we've got Ravenways, sort of. I don't know. She's off reading stars, and we've got who else do we've got here? We've got everybody. So it's a safe environment. It's a nurturing environment. It's an environment where I have celebrity spokespersons like Lunar Wisdom, and I can use them to help me grow my cult. Right? Hello, solitary, right? Like the party is starting now. We need more people. We need more people. Solitary as my cult treasurer, we need more people. So we need to spend money, I guess. But we are talking tonight about trends in witchcraft, and specifically how they make witchcraft look really plasticky and surface level, with how trends spread like a virus on social media, right? Like, how we've got coronavirus going on right now? Well, we've got trends going on right now in witchcraft, and they spread, and they bring in new people, yes, and I'm very excited for that. And I want new people to come in. I want new people to share their craft, whether they're these crystal loving hippie dippies or whether they're, right, like the crazy people, or they're these like old school traditional witchcraft, right? Like those are the types of people, like I want everybody in between, all types of experience levels. And the videos that you guys posted, like I said earlier, were fucking amazing, just mind blowing. And I love you and I appreciate you. And I can't live without you. Okay, right? So that's what I feel about all of these people. And that's how we're growing the cult. And we're also talking, like I said, about how trends. So I was talking about candle magic and jar magic being the biggest trends that you see. And thus, a lot of witches, whether they're new, mostly new, not so much the older witches, but the newer witches coming in, right? Like they're looking for information, they're looking for resources, they're looking for things that will help to explain, what is this? What is this magic thing? What is witchcraft? All of that fun stuff, right? So they come in and let's say they go to, I don't know, Let's Talk Magic on Facebook.com, because that's such a shit show, the freaking community. So they go there and they see all these people posting these jar spells and these money spells and these desperation spells, and then as you're scrolling through, you hit Sally, and Sally's post is all about rape and abuse and neglect, and by the time you get to the bottom of her post, you probably want to kill yourself. Right? Like it's dark and it's depressing. So here you've got trends and you've got people sharing way too much information about their lives to complete strangers. And then you've got people who are begging for spells or looking for spells or asking for spells, right? And these are supposed to be groups where you discuss magic, be it personal or otherwise. But it really seems to be that somebody who's popular or famous in the Facebook group, what they tend to do is they'll post a picture, and within a week, everybody else has been posting the same type of picture, right? And they're like, oh, look at mine, and oh, look at mine. And you used to see that on YouTube. You did. Where, like Tequila, for example, she would do a particular type of spell, and a lot of other witches would do the same particular type of spell. But I do and I don't see an issue with that. So where I don't see an issue with that is that, okay, great, you're learning a new type of spell, you're learning a new type of magic, you're learning a new whatever. Maybe it's something you've never, done before, or maybe it's something you wanted to try, and you wanted to share it, right? Like there's no issue with that at all. But the issue then becomes when it starts to spread like wildfire. Like a disease. Just ravaging the countryside, killing everything in sight. Because then you get somebody who is so inexperienced, has no idea what they're doing, and they end up doing this and they end up posting it. And then somebody else the same way, and the same way, and the same way, and the same way. So it's a double-edged sword. Do you take the risk and share your thoughts and your ideas, knowing that on a similar subject, knowing that it could spread like wildfire? Or do you keep that to yourself, right? And when I talk about it spreading like wildfire, I don't talk about it like everybody is doing it. Well, I do, but in a context of people who have no idea what they're doing are doing it. But there's people who know what they're doing, so then you have to sift through and figure out what's fake news, what's a fake witch, what's real, right? And right, and you get their personal opinions. It was really easy when Tequila was around, because she would do like a fire jar or like a fire water or something, and all you would type in is witchcraft fire water, tequila, and like 12 other witches would pop up. And it was like, oh. So it was easy in a sense because you could go through their videos and say, okay, this resonates with me, this doesn't, this whatever. But when it comes to Facebook posts, it just seems like it's this place where you dump a photo with no context or information, because a lot of them are following the trend and you don't know where the trend originated, right? Like you could say, well, just scroll down, but honey, people are posting memes in between and begging for things and posting their deep, dark personal feelings all over the internet, right? And it's like, oh, Jesus, this is a therapy group. This is a go to a doctor group. This is a what is happening group, right? Like, this is the trash we get on the internet. So trends in witchcraft can be really dangerous. They can cause a lot of misinformation, but they can also bring out different like aspects of the same concept. Does that make sense? Right? Like if I do a fire oil and then you do a fire oil and you explain how yours is different or whatever, and then like Sally does one, but she has no idea what she's doing and she's just clout hungry and she's like, I want to get in on this. And then Billy does one and he knows what he's talking about. And then Sally does her research and does another video based off of one of Billy's. Right? Like, you know where I'm going with this? Like, it starts to build a community, and sometimes you get toxic people, but most of the time you get these really positive people, especially if the cult leader is like this really upbeat, happy, energetic person. So this is why I'm building a community. You're like to spread trends around. Yes. So I have been doing some research on witchy tags. I don't have a witchy tag right now. I'll do that tomorrow. But there are a lot of witchy tags out there. And I want to make my own witchy tag because I noticed that a lot of you guys posted videos. Really great. Awesome. And I wanted something that my witchy community could participate in, my little cult, right? Like we're going to do, it's literally going to be called the tag of the cult. And somebody came up with that last night in last night's chat, and just bravo to them. They're amazing. I want to have their babies, so on and so forth, whatever. But I'm going to come up with this tag for tomorrow. It's probably going to be like 10 questions. I'm going to try to come up with it, you know. I'm a busy mother of 2 fur creatures, and I work all day, right? Right? Like we're sitting at my work computer because better lighting and better camera and better quality and just everything about me is better and gorgeous and beautiful. And if you're not praising me, 20 lashings. Right? Like I'm a mean cult leader. So, what was I going to say now? What the hell were we even talking about? Well, I lost what I was talking about, but okay. So the other thing, you know, that I also wanted to talk about was how easy is it to learn witchcraft today? And that's a difficult question to answer because it's both easy and really fucking hard at the same time. So it depends. It depends on what kind of witchcraft that you want to learn. See, some people will come to me. They'll come to me on Facebook. Like they'll message me and my little Facebook will go off and it'll be like, hi, you have a new message. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then I have to like click on the little people thing and be like, oh, okay. And so people will message me because you can message me. You can message me any of your questions. You can message me. You can't be my friend, but you can message me. You can't be a cult leader's friend, okay? Would you be your boss's friend on Facebook? Like, no. Right? And I don't post anything witchy. So, easier than when I learned. Well, see, right? Like, it also depends on when you're learning witchcraft. But we're talking about today, solitary, not back when, dragons were flying overhead, burning everything to the ground. Okay? We're not in the Middle Ages. This woman is old, everybody. But what I wanted to talk about was how is it different today? What resources do I have to learn witchcraft? So I want to learn witchcraft is usually the first question a lot of people ask me. And they're like, I want to learn. And it's like, okay, what do you want to learn? I want to learn witchcraft. Okay, what about witchcraft do you want to learn? All of it. Okay, you're a troll. Move on. So then you get to the next person who's actually wanting to learn witchcraft. And they're like, well, I want to be a Wiccan. And I'm like, okay, well, there's lots of great resources on that. Gerald Gardner has books that have been published by him on witchcraft. There's the Ray Buckland's book. There's great YouTube resources online about Wicca and the practice of Wicca and how to be a solitary practitioner of Wicca. And their next response is, can you teach me a spell? What are you learning from that? Right? Like, what are you... You're a troll. Next. And I really appreciate this vape as being a bitch. I really do appreciate when you guys reach out to me and ask me your questions, because they're not all vapid and stupid, right? Like, I used to have this one guy that would reach out on my comments on my videos and be like, hey, I have this totally off-topic question about this, and be like a paragraph long, and I would answer it. Or he would message, I think it was the same person who would message me on Facebook and be like, I have this question about this, and I'm like, it would probably be like this. And right, like, and these are people who have done their research and they have questions, right? Like, I respect those people. Like, that person's fucking amazing. And even if you're new and you're looking for resources, right? Like, you can message me and be like, look, I'm looking to learn more about this type of information. Could you suggest some resources? Now, Solitary is trying to tell me that there are more resources in books and online, but you have to shift through the misguided sources. What is this crazy nonsense woman talking about? There's no misguided sources. If you want to be a unicorn, fairy, crystal goddess of the night with vampire fangs in your mouth, and you do sex magic with your fat, ugly husband who's a security guard, then honey, you do that. But she's right. That's all bullshit. Right? Like, you can go play Buffy the Vampire Slayer somewhere else. We don't need that nasty porn. So, what I have... where was I going with this? This is the problem of getting baked and like going on tangents, because then you forget the original tangent. It's like you have Alzheimer's disease or dementia or something. It's like you were talking about something and misguided sources. There we go. That's what I was talking about. See, right? Like, I'm beautiful and I'm famous and I'm a YouTube celebrity and I rake in millions and millions of dollars, and all of this is a lie. But we were talking about misguided sources, and there are a lot of misguided sources on the internet. I'm sorry. Your bullshit about apples and vinegar and I don't know, something weird and inappropriate. But like, right? Like, you do have to do a little bit of research. You do have to do a little bit of detective work. It's not all bad. It's not hard to find proper information. It's just how reliable is that information, right? And if you're going on like social media, well, honey, you're not going to get information out of a book, and you're not going to get people who are book witches, right? You're going to get somebody who's a practical in the mud kind of witch, right? This other trend that's going around is happening in hoodoo groups. A lot of white folk going into hoodoo groups asking if it's okay if they practice hoodoo. I don't really understand why you would need to ask. I mean, if you pick up any modern hoodoo book, you know, it's part of the Q&A section. It's right there. It says you can practice hoodoo. You just have to give reverence to the ancestors, right? You could even Google it, right? Like, and these are basic questions. And then the other trend that's going around in hoodoo groups is the talking about karma and threefold. Not necessarily threefold from a Wiccan perspective, but the karmatic consequences behind it. And in regards to placing traps and curses and hexes and all of that fun stuff. And I think what people really need to understand, what really baffles me, what really blows my skull to pieces, what makes my insides want to peel out and pour all over the ground, and what makes me want to gouge out my eyeballs, okay, from whatever's left of my head, right? And eat them so that you can watch digestion in real time while I bleed to death, right? Like, oh, it's annoying. It's annoying. That's how it makes me feel. So, and it's just like, people need to understand that witchcraft is more than what you think it is. Real down dirty witchcraft, you know, the stuff your mama taught you, the stuff your grandmother handed down to you, the stuff that I'm trying to slowly pry out of Solitary Luna's dead corpse hands. Right? Like, all of the information that's ever, like, that's witchcraft. And I'm not saying you have to have it handed down to you. Some of it is captured in books. But again, you have to sift through and know exactly what you're looking for, and the right authors, respected authors, right? Like, then that's where you get more into the nicher aspects of witchcraft, because now you're going into folk magic and, you know, magic that people practiced in the old days, and you're diving into that. So then you come onto YouTube and you're like, well, there are no resources on this. So you go to Facebook and you find a resource. But everybody's too busy talking about their pissy sour jars that they filled up with their baby species. Yes, that was a sour jar on a Facebook group. I was disgusted. I'm like, what'd you do? Hold the bottle to the kid's ass? Like, what is happening here? So you found, and like, right? And they're just these nonsensical, shallow, trendy, right? And you're trying to find the information that you're looking for, and you're like, this is nonsense. And that's exactly where Solitary Luna's point comes in. It's like you have to do all of this work, right? Like you found the author, but you're looking for people, like-minded people who are having a discussion on this type of magic, and there is nothing except shallow, trendy posts in a Facebook group and your grandfather's, I don't know, book that he gave you of spells, right? And you've got no one to talk to. If that's the type of person that you feel right now in your craft, I want you to post a video and talk about your craft and talk about your subjects and talk about the things that you want to talk about and that you want to spread awareness about in witchcraft. Right? Like, I don't care if you're some rainbow loving vampire sex slave to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like, whatever. Like, magic is intention and energy and pureness, but it's also dirty and raw and powerful. And I want you to share that. And I want you to feel like you can share that. So make more videos and post them in the comment of this video. And I will watch all of them. And I will welcome more people into the cult because we need more people, right? Like there's 5 people here and only one person is talking. And I thought by yelling at her and getting her here, the party would start. But there's only 5 people. I'm very disgusted. Problem is YouTube deletes some of videos. I did one using animal parts and it was deleted immediately. Yeah, YouTube kind of cracks down on that kind of stuff. See, Tequila got away with it because that was, before the apocalypse. And now it's the apocalypse. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. How do you guys think I should feel about that? We should create a poll on YouTube. How should I feel about Solitary Luna's video being deleted? Sad, very sad, suicidal sad. Coronavirus. How is that affecting me and my craft? How is that affecting you and your craft? Oh my god. Roland is here, right? See, Solitary sticks around and the crowd starts showing up. Yo, yo, little sister. I don't think I've seen your video yet. You need to make a video. I got people showing up to my chat and they're not making videos. Not doing the homework. Showing up to class, no homework done. So it's difficult for people to find the resources that they want because of all this trendy bullshit that's going on in Facebook groups, right? And it was using chicken bones. Nothing grows. I don't know. Post it again. Post it again and see what happens. With all this trendy bullshit that's going on in Facebook groups, that's going, whatever. And on YouTube, it's kind of easier to find the resources that you want, assuming that there are people that are talking about what you're looking for, right? Like the more niche you get in witchcraft, the harder it becomes to grow your audience and grow what you're trying to do. And my craft is not that niche, actually. There's lots of people who practice left hand and work with demons. I don't consider myself a left hand practitioner. I consider myself a witch. Right? Like I would consider myself like an eclectic witch, but in the non-cultural appropriating way, right? Like I work with demons, I work with spirits, I do rituals and ceremonies, and I make incense, and right, like kind of like a hedge witch, right? Like I'm just this witch who wants to talk about my craft and share my craft. And I don't think it's niche. I think the way that I deliver my content is very niche because nobody in the witchcraft community really dives into a subject for 5 or 6 videos talking about that subject in a series oriented context, right? So I think in the way that I deliver my content, it's a little bit niche, but I don't think my craft or my practice overall is niche. I like to consider it to be more old school, folkloric kind of magic mixed in with a little bit of, you know, Satanism, right? Just without the baby sacrificial, right? Like it's a little bit of Satanism. It's not anything crazy. It's just, you're working with demons, you're talking with demons, right? And you work with the tarot cards and stuff like that. And I don't think it's niche at all. I think that there's a lot of varied topics that I cover, that I go into, that you can learn from, lots of example videos, lots of teaching, education. Um, you can definitely learn a lot from watching my videos and from watching my content. And I would consider myself an okay resource for new witches. Um, I think if I had to point somebody, a new witch, to a YouTuber, I would have to point them to the archives of the Lady Gravedancer because she did make all those videos public. I guess the community outcry was just so vast that it reached her, and she was like, Jesus Christ, people, shut up here. So I would point them to her videos, and I would say, watch from the very first video she uploaded to the very last video she ever uploaded. Watch everything in between. Right? Because there's little tidbits sprinkled throughout, and it's like this TV show that you just watch. It's like reality TV mixed in with a little bit of uh, educational content and entertainment, right? Like, right? And so that's where I would point them. But I would say, if you watch my videos from start to finish, I have the same type of content where it's entertaining, it's cry with me, it's sad, but it's also educational, and it's entertaining, and it's fun to watch. And I think a lot of people have learned a lot from my content. I love your videos and how you use a series format to share your knowledge. I do that when I want to dive into subjects that I don't feel I can cover in one video, right? So if I want to talk about a particular person, like when I did the devil and witchcraft, or the devil and magic, or I can't remember what it was. But when I did that series, I wanted to talk about this person. I wanted to watch their content. I wanted to understand what it is that people were saying, and I wanted to portray that into a series format. And people really, really like that. And this year, what I decided to do was I wanted to bring some subjects I wanted to talk about, right? Like I wanted to talk about working with the Morgon. So I think that's the next series out the door. And then I wanted to talk about, because people probably have questions around working with demons. And that series is a little bit more of a deep dive, a very educational format. It's like I've got notes and there's going to be an exam, so pay attention. And it's really it's more drier than my other series. But yeah, and I want to upload more videos. So during this time with this coronavirus, with this scare, with this terrifying nightmare that's happening to the world right now, with everybody being so trapped and lonely and desperate and crying out for attention and trapped in your houses and going crazy and smoking all your marijuana, right? Like, there's people out there who are just insane because it's coronavirus. So I realize I look really ugly. Like, I should put on makeup next time. Like, Jesus Christ, I've got zits, I've got pores, I've got you know what? I'm ugly. Deal with it, right? Like, I'm ugly, so you can deal with it. Because you're in my cult now, right? We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to have people keep posting videos, keep uploading, keep talking about things. I noticed that some of those people had comments on their videos already, and they had likes, and they had subscribers coming in, and that is amazing. That is really amazing that you guys are helping these people to grow and to accelerate and to get on the path to where they can monetize their videos and build their own communities and help build, communities within communities and so on and so forth. That's really amazing, and I'm really proud of you people. I really am. I really wish there was more people here tonight. I really do. I mean, I love all of you that are here, but the chat is so quiet. I love interacting with you people. That's why I like to go live sometimes and interact with you people. I find it really helpful. Shout it out, the Queen Elsa is amazing. Oh my god, the party's here. The party is here. The party is here. 'Cause Tess has showed up. Right? Like, the party is here. The party is here, Daddy. Right? So we're just talking about trends, and we're talking about new witches. We're spreading the message of my cult. Tess, I haven't seen did I see a video from you? Tess, did I see a video from you? I don't think I did. I don't think I saw a video from you, Tess. You need to upload a video. You can't be in my cult if you don't upload a video. Right? So we talked tonight about these trends on social media and how they show the surface level of the craft more than they show anything else. And that can be dangerous to new witches, but it can also be helpful to new witches. It can be helpful in a way where it's like, oh, this is something new that I've never tried before or experimented with, and so I want to try this out and I want to post my results, right? Like, it can be helpful and beneficial in being a part of a conversation. But at the same time, it can be really surface level and just feeling the what are they feeling? They're feeling like they're lost because all they're seeing is the surface level plasticky garbage, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And so being a new witch today is not easy, because once you get through the social media and you found the author of the one book that talks a little bit about the particular part of the craft that you're very interested in, right? And you go on YouTube and social media and there really isn't any information, what are you left to do? You make videos and you talk about your knowledge and you ask questions and you look at the comments and you interact with your community. You have orgies with them in the comment section where you send little huggy emoticons. right? Top and bottom. So you get these people that are like 4 tops, 1 bottom. They got orgies going on in the whole comment section of some YouTube videos. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. People will take emojis and they will turn them dirty. I just woke up after a 2-hour nap and you've been live. I'm so glad you loved my video. I'm making another one tonight. Yes, make all of the videos and post them. Post them here, post them there, post them everywhere, right? I have a tip for you guys that want to create your YouTube channels. This is something Emma Honeyraven doesn't even know. No, I think she knows this. So this is what I did when I started. I put myself on a schedule. So I would do a video 3 times a week, right? So what I would do is I would record the video, I would upload it, and then I would copy that link and post it in all of the social medias that I could think of. Every Facebook group that would let me, every Reddit post that would let me, everywhere that would let me do it 3 times a week. So I'd have these videos scheduled, but then when they came out, I would go at the time, grab the link, do all of that stuff, and boom, right? Like this video was posted everywhere. I would do that for, I think it was like 6 or so months, and I started gaining subscribers and views and attention and notoriety because I'm dramatic. Or so they tell me. So this is why I was like, right? Like, this is what you guys should do. You should really just, you basically pimp yourself out. You gotta pimp yourself out. Okay, pimp yourself out for me. But that's how you can get your word out there. You can get your word out by sharing your knowledge and sharing your ideas and your thoughts and your philosophies and your questions. And then other people come along and they make response videos and they talk about your content and they're like, I think it's like this. And then somebody in the comment section there references another video that references another video that kind of talks about it, but the comment section is more helpful for you, right? Like, this is how it starts. And then it explodes. And I'm just, this is what I want, right? Like, I am Queen Elsa, motherfucker. Don't you even forget who Queen motherfucking Elsa is. She queen. So what are you guys doing tonight? What are you guys talking about? Like, you missed 52 minutes of this video, so I'm not going back over all of that. Well, that's the way to make pimp out me out videos. Pimp me out videos. And I guess what I'm really trying to build at the end of the day is this place where, Jesus Christ, do you have to type in cap locks all the time? Turn off your cap locks. I'm trying to build this community that was around tequila, sharing and ideas and opinions and building friendships and making videos together and doing lives together, and right, like, no drama and no tea and no shade and no anything. And that's what I want to see. That's what I want to build. That's what I want to be a part of. That's what I want people to be a part of, right? Like, don't you want that? Right? Like, the witchy community has been this scary place for a few years, and now it's not, and it's a new decade, and I say we do this. We leave the trashiness of aesthetically pleasing witchcraft behind us, and we upload our videos in whatever way we want to, talking about our subjects and our interests. in the craft, and we spread our knowledge and our awareness. That's what we're doing. That's what the cult is doing, right? Like, this is the cult. Now fluff just down and dirty magic, right? Like, that's what it is. It's what you have on hand. It's what you need to get done, what you need to get done, right? Like, these are the things that I look like a meth addict. Like, I literally do. Like, look at me. Right? Like, I probably shouldn't tell people I smoke a bowl anymore, because they're gonna be like, oh, what are you really smoking? You're a drug addict. So, have 2 videos planned for tonight after your live. Oh my god. Link them and send them to me. Right? Like, this is I'm excited and I'm happy and I'm pasty because I can't go outside because diseases, they're everywhere. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to walk into like a market or a store and ever feel completely safe that I'm not going to get it, right? Right? Like, it's not good. Ooh. Excuse me. I'm a little pregnant and a little tired. It's been a very long day. Lots of work, lots of marijuana, just lots of everything, right? No meth. This is not a meth sore face, okay? This is just acne. So, but that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Unless you guys have anything else that you want to talk about. We talked about social media, we talked about trends. We talked about being a new witch and trying to find information on what the best way to do that, and I said it's to upload a video. We ranted and we raved and we talked about my cult and we also talked about my meth looking face. So it's in 1080p. I looked so much more beautiful on my laptop, right? Like, you didn't see any diseases all over my face. God, it looks like I have the plague or something. So I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna relax and eat everything in my house, right? I'll work up the courage for making videos. Tess, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Even if you just do like a voiceover, a video, like if you have a video playing, like let's say it's a waterfall video and it's just playing on repeat, you can do um, a voiceover video where it's just your voice. But you can do it. One is a simple exercise for learning to work with energy. Yes, right? Right? Let's do this, solitary, right? Let's take your blog and let's turn it into a YouTube channel. Let's do that. Let's talk about the things that you talked about on your blog. Let's turn it into a YouTube channel. Let's grow it. Let's get people sharing their videos on this video and on doing video responses to other people and sharing their ideas and their knowledge and their thoughts. And yes, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's completely do this. I'm totally for this. I am so not PC. Well, as long as you're not a racist, you'll be fine. Or a misogynistic person, you'll be fine. So just don't be saying the N-word. Everybody will be fine. I haven't been watching a lot of videos on YouTube in what little witchy community there is because there hasn't been anything that's really interested me. And I'm not. That's not to say that the content isn't entertaining. It's just that the particular people that I follow just aren't posting content that I care about watching for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, which I understand. I do. I also want to applaud the amount of views my last video got. I was very amazed with that. I was very happy. I was just ecstatic and right? Like everything was just happy. My insides were on my outsides were on my insides. I loved it. Right? And then there's I don't know, I haven't been watching anything witchy. There's nothing really new in the witchy community to be watching. I mean, there's you guys and you posted your videos, great, I watched them, I'll post more. There's nothing really going on in the drama sphere on YouTube. So that's kind of leaving me out of there to watch. I mean, it's just nonsense these days. And then what else is there? Yeah, that's about it. Not much. There's not much to watch on YouTube. I mean, I watch Philip DeFranco like every day. So, but there's nothing else really to watch on YouTube. I'm watching Netflix. I watched The Love is Blind on Netflix. I don't really know how I feel about that show. I'm kind of watching Selling Sunset. It's kind of a weird show. I don't know how I feel about it. Probably not going to continue it. I'm like on the fifth episode, and I can't even make it through the first season, and I'm just like it's bad. So, but that is going to be it for me. I'm going to try and pop on tomorrow. Maybe there'll be more people. Right? We can communicate. We can talk. We can like have sexual intercourse on the internet. I don't know. Okay, not you, because I don't know you, and definitely not you, because you look underage. But all the above age people, we can have an orgy in the chat. Oh yes, Solitary, do all of these videos, do them all. I'm ending my stream. Go and start recording and start uploading and recording and uploading and recording and uploading and recording and uploading. And link them. Link them all here, link them on Messenger, link them everywhere. Okay? Post them on Facebook groups. Show witches what real magic is about. Okay? I love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.